Hello, welcome to Edinburgh. My name's Tony, how are you? Today we are going to talk about the Luckenbooths. Have I heard of a Luckenbooth? Well, today you will. Welcome to the Royal Mile. We are on the Royal Mile again, you know, the heart of all the stories that I tend to tell. Let's have a wee look, see how busy it is. Not too bad. Just a nice, gentle, nice gentle day. It's a lovely sunny day here. It's the middle of February, beautiful blue skies, not too cold, not too busy. Not a bad time to come if you're thinking about it. So, I have spoke to you many times about the gold bricks on the ground. I spoke to you about the ones up at St Giles, up at the front of St Giles, which represent where the old Tollbooth jail was. I've spoken about the ones down the Royal Mile by the World's End pub, where the gates to Edinburgh, the Netherbow gates to Edinburgh were. There's also one that marks the old execution spot in Edinburgh, but there's some down the side of St Giles that I've never spoke about. So let's go have a look at them. So here we are beside St Giles Cathedral, and if we look down, you'll be able to see, where can we start? Where will we start? We'll start here. Where's the first one? Here it is. See these bricks here? There. There probably should be a corner. I'm going to guess it's going to be round about there somewhere, maybe underneath the drain. And then we go up here. Here we go. Here, and then across to there. See them? And then round there. That marks the old Tollbooth jail here in Edinburgh. However, it only goes round here, up there, I don't know if you can make it out there, and then down, and then comes back along here. Okay, so that marks out the footprint on the Royal Mile of the Tollbooth jail. There we go, can you see them there? I'll go over so you can get a proper look. Here we go, here they are. This marks out the Tollbooth jail, okay? Comes along here, and then a wall that comes back and takes it back to where we began. So the Tollbooth jail was kind of here, but you will notice that over here the bricks keep going. So what was that? What was that? These ones that go all the way along St Giles and then down at an angle, we'll walk it as I show you. So there we go, there's the wall, and then along here, right beside, alongside St Giles, these mark out the Luckenbooths. Now, what was a Luckenbooth? Essentially, they're market stalls. Solid, made of stone, as everything was back then, market stalls. But they were called Luckenbooths, which stands for lockable booths. Here we go, there's another wall, and then it comes to a kind of point over here. Now, as far as I can tell, going by old maps and things, I think essentially where the curb is here was where the end of the booths kind of stopped. So, the earliest record I can find of the building here is about 1440. Now, it was tenement buildings, so houses, much like these ones here, but the ground floor was booths. Instead of large shops, small booths. And I do mean small, they weren't very big. Originally it had been made of timber, but then eventually it got extended, and actually 7 stories high. Not bad for the time, really. 1500s it went up to 7 stories high. World's first skyscrapers at the time. These were here for a long time, till about the late 1700s, early 1800s, and they gained the name Luckenbooths, lockable booths, as what the ground floor was. However, the town was getting busier. New town was being built, the old town was starting to get a new lease on life a little bit, it was starting to change. And this, you can see, it's right in the middle of the high street. Tollbooth jail was there, and this was right in the middle of the high street, and it was just blocking the path. If we look at that map again, then you can see it was right in the middle of the street, and they had to take it down. So the Luckenbooths came down, started to get ripped down around 1800. However, that was a long period of time for them to be here, about 400, just under 400 years that building with the Luckenbooths was standing here. So, what used to be told in them? Well, everything really. It was a market stall, you could sell everything, but some of the most memorable things, there was one of the first libraries, lending book libraries, was one of the Luckenbooths, and Rabbie Burns first published Edinburgh book of poems by Creech, William Creech I think his name was, the guy who published them, also was sold right here. One of Rabbie Burns' first poetry books was sold here, somewhere. Are there any examples of the Luckenbooths left? Well, kinda. First, we've got to go down to the Museum of Edinburgh. To get our first example, small example, we have to come here to the Museum of Edinburgh. And trust me, if you're here, this is somewhere you want to visit. It's a proper hidden gem. Not really very hidden, but, you know, unappreciated gem is maybe the better word. And right here in the Museum of Edinburgh, there is a brilliant small model showing the buildings as they used to be. And if we look right here, here's St Giles Cathedral, there's the Tollbooth Jail, and right here, the Luckenbooth buildings. And one of them even has a small example, this one right here, of what the Luckenbooths kind of look like. Right there. Actually, if you ever get the chance, you should come into the Museum of Edinburgh. It's completely free. They've got incredible artifacts of old Edinburgh. Those are old wooden water pipes. How good is that? This is a brilliant place. Let's have a quick look at it over here. Look at all of these. I mean, you're just scared to bump into anything in here, really. And one of my favourite things, right here, Greyfriar Bobby's collar, Bobby's dinner dish. But back to the story of the Luckenbooths. But I know what you're saying. Are there any Luckenbooths left on the Royal Mile? Yes. Yes, there are. 3, as far as I'm aware. And the only ones I can think of are in there, inside John Knox's house. Now remember, that is the oldest building still standing on the Royal Mile, out with the castle and Holyrood Palace. That's the oldest building. Built in 1470. The oldest medieval building still standing on the Royal Mile. The only thing that comes close is actually the building next door to it, Mowbray House, which was 1477. But in there is the only examples left. And here we have them. These are the original Luckenbooths, lockable booths, right here. And I know it might not look like it, but if we go around here, this was the original outside wall. See, these old medieval buildings used to have this overhanging first floor. This is a little bit younger. I'm not sure how young, but it's a little bit younger. So this would be the street. You'd step up, and then this would be the outside, and these would be lockable booths. Look at that. Here we have them there. These were uncovered in 1990 during a refurbishment. So there you have what it would look like for these Luckenbooths. How cool is that? So there you have it. Hope you've enjoyed that. The story of the Luckenbooths. Cool, isn't it? It's cool. It's nice that some still remain. And it's nice that, you know, until I started researching and finding out what that building was, what those gold bricks, because it confused me for a while. I thought it was an odd shape. I wondered what it was, and there we go. Led to that. It's good, isn't it? I enjoyed that. Hope you did as well. If you did, as always, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Go check out merch. Go on, you know you want to. Be wandering about with a Clan Broonford hat. How cool would that be? Yeah. Till next time. Bye, humans.